countless, and then just the lack of sleep and having the burden of protecting my brother's land as well as my land, and our future plans of someday acquiring the land to the north of us, which was Byert land as well. All of that is just on my shoulders, and it's unnecessary.
Would you say hundreds of hours have been spent by you?
Yes.
And has Summit offered to compensate you in any way for that economic detriment you've suffered in your time investment?
No, nor have they offered to pay me so that I can watch them insert that line, and I can know for a fact that they aren't traversing my entire piece of land or going on the railroad right away. When you install anything in your house, you watch the carpenter and you watch the contractors to know that they're at least doing what they say they're going to do. And with this, it's just a trust me type scenario, and there's no trust or transparency.
Did you allow a survey on your land by Summit?
They said I had no choice.
They didn't inform you that by law you could decline and they would have to go to court to get an injunction?
No, they said I had no choice. They had the law by rights to do that.
And you accepted their statements as true and failed to exercise your rights based on their representation to you?
Yes, because farmers in general we value our word, and we value the handshake agreements, and we are old school, and we choose to trust and prove me wrong. And so I, in good faith, thought they were actually being sincere and honest.
And since that time, have they proved your trust in them was misplaced?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't have anything further.
Okay. Mr. Taylor, did you have a follow? Go. You're right. Okay. With no other questions, Ms. Thompson, we appreciate your time and appreciate your testimony. Thank you.
Could I answer question 5?
I don't have them numbered. We just have a generic. I mean, you're welcome
it was
to.
That elaborate on your concerns regarding the project you have and that you believe the petition fails to address.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you had, but please do.
Okay. On July 25, 2023, the Senate voted 91-7 to include an amendment introduced by Senators John Tester and Mike Rounds as promoting Agricultural Safeguard and Security Act, known as the PASS Act, to the National Defense Authorization Act for 2024 fiscal year. As I understand, this is an appropriation bill that specifies the annual budget for the U.S. military and national security program. In general, the PASS Act will prevent certain investments in U.S. agriculture by China, Iran, North Korea, Russia, foreign enemies. The PASS Act would amend certain portions of the Defense Protection Act to add agricultural as an industry the Committee on Foreign Investments in the United States must consider when determining if a transaction presents a threat to the national security. If 91 senators agree that destruction or control of farmland by foreign adversaries would affect our national security or food security, that they actually agreed. If the House had a similar bill, Senators Hawley and Josh introduced Senate Bill 684. Iowa Senator Joni Ernst co-signed Senate Amendment 813 connected to the Senate Bill 2226. It would be wise to give legislature time to protect the USA. Perhaps that is why this hearing was fast-tracked. The eminent domain must be stopped because national security should always trump private monetary gain. Summit should not be allowed to sell these pipelines or have foreign investors. How easy would it be for a nefarious group to use DEW or a white balloon to pinpoint the locations of a pipeline advertised everywhere and destroy the heartland. When speaking to Representative Austin Scott, he said this was not the correct use of the 45Q and 45Z tax credits. If this pipeline could actually do what it claims it can be, it should still be denied due to all of the unanswered safety questions. Their promises of they will, they can, are not evidence of fact. It would, in fact, be a benefit to all parties, including the pipeline, to simply say no. Mississippi is proof that we are not prepared to handle the worst-case scenario. We have one chance to do this right and protect our country. I pray that you constantly will have the courage to stand up under the pressure and do the right thing for we the people according to the Constitution. In Georgia, I live in Georgia, and Georgia is responsible for the open borders, the fentanyl pouring into our country, the child trafficking, and Afghanistan. All of that is on Georgia because our elected officials look to the people with money and power and not to the Constitution of the United States. Our election system is illegal and corrupt, and I hope that you understand that you are the one that is standing between tyranny and justice, between a private company and the Constitution and we the people. And I hope that you will do the right thing, and I thank you for this time.
Thank you. Okay. Can we hear me okay? Okay. That concludes our non-intervening landowners.